Hey guys, what's up? This is Spence AK Maroon, and whenever I'm at home and I usually play PS3 or I'm on RuneScape or just playing something on the computer, just looking at Facebook, YouTube, my email, whatever the case is. Maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, I got into Netflix because I wanted to watch this series called Sherlock, and I finished that series, and then I went on to Wilfred, which I finished watching the first season of that, which they don't have the newer seasons on Netflix just yet. I mean, I'm sure I know that you can get some series or movies that are newer through the mail, but I usually just do the instant streaming, which I find really nice with the PS3. And so I've been looking for new shows to watch, and my friends and my youth director, they were just talking all about this Walking Dead and just how good it was. And when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, I mean, it sounds alright, but not really my type of show. But I've been watching it, and I honestly cannot get enough of it. I mean, I don't want to ruin anything for y'all guys that haven't watched it through this video, but if you don't want to hear any spoilers or maybe spoilers, then don't watch this video. Or I would like you to, but you don't have to. That's what I'm trying to say. And for those of you that have watched it, I just finished watching the first 2 seasons, so I haven't got started on the newest season yet. But I am trying to record as much as I can on DirecTV, and that'll be pretty nice because I do not like watching commercials. It kind of throws everything off, and I can't exactly remember, or I'm not as focused on what is happening if I have to watch the commercials. So anyways, what I'm going to talk about today is I'm going to compare and contrast the Black Ops 2 zombies versus the Walking Dead zombies. And the thing though is, in the Walking Dead, they don't really call them zombies, they call them walkers, and they have all these names for them that different people in the show call them. Just it doesn't really matter, but basically they are zombies. They all have similarities to humans, or the Black Ops 2 zombies and the Walking Dead zombies. They both, are similar to humans, just decaying flesh. They feed on the living. They don't get tired. So, it's basically the same thing, but there's different aspects of it that I would like to compare and contrast in this video, and just kind of talk about it as if it was going to happen in the world today. And also, I'm going to, of course, make references to the game and the show, because there's some things that you really need to, or I want to point out so y'all can know about it. So, alright, the stuff I have wrote down, I think it'll be pretty helpful, and I know that I'm going to just, stretch the aspects that I have, and just some of the stuff that, pops up in my head that I might have forgot. So, the disadvantages to survival with the Black Ops 2 zombies, they are definitely smarter, and they are more agile and faster than the Walking Dead zombies. Because I say smarter because they really don't show the Walking Dead zombies to be smart at all. And the Black Ops 2 zombies, they can go upstairs, climb, crawl, jump. There's parts where it's even ridiculous how high they can climb or crawl or even jump. And I know that I'm at the mystery box right now in the gameplay, and I actually got this not too long ago because I figured it'd go with this topic and commentary very well. And just to show you, if you aren't really interested in the commentary, then feel free to watch the gameplay and see what I'm doing on solo, because this is a smaller map farm, and which I think is pretty ironic because for the longest time on The Walking Dead, they stayed at a farm. So I thought it was pretty cool to throw any gameplay with this commentary. Anyways, let me get back to the disadvantages. And when I say disadvantages, I'm saying disadvantages to us or whoever's surviving against the zombies, not disadvantages to the zombies, because I will talk about what advantages they have over us in a second. So yeah, they are able to, climb, crawl, jump, and I mean they just run faster in Black Ops 2 versus The Walking Dead. And if you look or if you watch The Walking Dead, then you'll see at parts that The Walking Dead zombies just walk into like a fence or something, and they're not smart enough to climb over it. So I just wanted to point that out, and they are able to break through it if there's enough of them to like knock it down, which is probably something I should have said later. But I mean, I just want to get the point across that is what, in my mind, makes the Black Ops 2 zombies smarter, more agile, and faster than the Walking Dead zombies. Now, the Walking Dead zombies, even though, yes, they're slower, I mean, yeah, that kind of sucks for them, but not for us. They do have some advantages over the Black Ops 2 zombies. For instance, it can take one bite or like a scratch, and they can infect, living person that isn't infected yet, or has the symptoms, or just anything to do with being one of the Walking Dead. So it can just take a simple bite or scratch, which I thought was pretty crazy. And in Black Ops 2, you can't really get scratched. I mean, I'm sure like there are parts in the game where you get scratched, you get hit, but you don't turn over to a zombie, because that would really suck. It would that would not make the game fun at all. So I'm glad they didn't do that. And also, the Walking Dead zombies, they have a herd mentality. So they kind of, like you could say they run in a pack, they run in a herd, whatever you want to call it. They don't really run alone so much. As you'll see in the show if you watch it, they try to group up, and then they kind of like migrate. And there are some that are just stranded by themselves, but at the same time, the Walking Dead zombies, they just with a lot of them, it is very hard not to get away from them if you're handicapped, or just kind of slow, don't know how to fire like weapons, or just anything of that nature. And in Black Ops 2, you could kind of say they have a herd mentality, but you can't really, it wouldn't be the correct thing to say, saying that in Black Ops 2 there are spawns for the zombies. So, I mean, of course they have a herd mentality because they're going to be in a spawn. So, like, you can't really say that the Black Ops 2 zombies have a herd mentality, because you really wouldn't be able to know if they did or not based off of the game, because, of course they got to spawn in the same places. They can't spawn different places and run in different places because the programming and all that good stuff. So, another thing about the Walking Dead zombies is that it takes a headshot to kill them. In Black Ops 2, you can just light them up, fire as many bullets as you can, and eventually they will die. But in The Walking Dead, you have to shoot them in the head. You have to destroy the brain in order for them to be completely gone, or completely, like, for sure not to come back. Because even if you shoot them in the arm, body, however many times, they're still gonna come at you, or they're gonna come back and try to kill you eventually. So I thought that was one thing that definitely puts The Walking Dead ahead of, the zombies in Black Ops 2. Unless, of course, you turn on headshots enabled. I mean, headshots only enabled. And that would really make it hard. I was thinking about doing that for this gameplay, but I decided not to, because I just thought it'd be quite ridiculous, especially to last long. And I thought, this would be a more interesting gameplay for y'all. So, that's about all I have for the disadvantages, for us to survive. I mean, I'm sure I'll think of some later on, but I do want to talk about the advantages to survive as well. So, one thing about the Black Ops 2 zombies that, helps us survive was what I was talking about a second ago, is that it doesn't take a headshot to kill them. You can, use any gun, you can use a knife, and you can kill them. And you can kill them with a knife in The Walking Dead, just as long as you destroy the brain. That's all that matters, really. It's just taking out that brain, because in The Walking Dead, they explain how the brainstem is, taking over, and that's basically what they run off of. Now, also, this is talking about the game, of course, but the glitches is an advantage to survive. Because, I mean, there have been so many glitches in zombies that, are lifesavers in order to survive. I mean, I could list some off, but I'm sure y'all all know about the ones on 5, and even the one on Transit that me and my friend were doing with the whole zombie shield or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, those glitches definitely do help at times, and the fact that, I mean, it's a video game, it's kind of hard not to relate it to the real world, but, I mean, I'm just trying to throw something out there to make y'all think about, if this really did happen, what zombies would you rather have? I mean, I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, but, I don't know, watching The Walking Dead has made me think of this, and how it'd be pretty interesting. Now, the advantages to survive, for our survival against The Walking Dead are, the fact that their attacks aren't as relentless as the Black Ops 2 zombies, of course, because you have the round changes, and they, of course, spawn after the next round, after like maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. But The Walking Dead, there can be days on end that you might, if you are lucky, you might not be attacked by one zombie, much less a herd of the zombies. And also the fact that they're slow, they can't climb, they can't really run that fast. That's definitely going to help with survival if, they're running at you and or not running at you is what I'm trying to say. So they're walking at you basically, and you're able to, still run away, but still with as many zombies that they have in The Walking Dead, it would still make it very hard to get away if you were surrounded. Now, they can still knock stuff down or break through with, enough of them. But, I mean, you got to think, The Walking Dead, basically almost the whole world is infected. And that would just make it very, very hard because there's just so many of them. In Black Ops 2, there's not that many of them, it seems like, to begin with, of course. But that's one thing I wanted to mention. Now, referring to the game, you also, in Black Ops 2, you have the random magic abilities like Carpenter, max ammo, a nuke, the atomic bomb, or insta-kill, things of that nature. Those things definitely are not realistic, so you got to consider, not having those in the real world, which, it would be nice to randomly have a max ammo appear from a zombie you just killed, and you're like conveniently, needing that ammo because you're out, or, Carpenter even. It's not that big of a deal in Black Ops 2 Zombies, but I can tell you one thing, that would definitely be helpful in the real world against zombies, because you would not have the time to, patch up all your barricades and barriers if you were being attacked by zombies, like, constantly, or, for a long period of time. So you got to consider that. Also, the mystery box, which, that is very convenient in the game of Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 and the zombies. But realistically, there would never be anything like that. I mean, there's no way, much as the ray gun, the thunder gun, and pack-a-punch. There's no way those would ever exist. I mean, who knows? Maybe not. No, I don't even want to think about it. But as of now, that would never happen. And also, you got the power-up drinks such as Juggernog, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Double Tap. I mean, those would not be anything that you would find during a zombie apocalypse now. I mean, Juggernog would be so useful because you'd be more resistant to them. But again, if they were like the Walking Dead zombies and it took one bite or scratch, then you'd totally be a goner. I mean, you can't risk it. So, also, responding after each round, so that gives you a little bit of time. But that if there was a zombie apocalypse, you would have more time off, or, more time away from the zombies than that. And also, in Black Ops 2, you're limited to the space on the map. in the real world, you'd be able to run wherever you want, hide out, barricade, just fortify whatever area you want. And then you could also move if that area was overtaken. And that's why I see The Walking Dead, and that's what intrigues me about it, because they, put in a realistic aspect. I mean, I've seen some movies about zombies and all that before, but I really like how The Walking Dead, they have, as a group, with these people being around each other for so long, they definitely reveal the thoughts and opinions of everybody in the group and how they conflict with each other, which I think is a very, very cool, what is it? It's a very cool feature of the show, and it definitely keeps it interesting because, I mean, it's not only a conflict between them and the zombies, but you've also got to realize that they're going to definitely have conflict with each other as well. So also, referring to The Walking Dead, there is, like I said, a period between attacks. It's not necessarily going to be, a day, 2 days, maybe a few hours. I mean, it's just going to vary how often they attack. And I don't want to ruin anything for the guys that haven't watched it or haven't got to the end of season 2. So if you don't want to hear it, try to skip the next few seconds or 30 seconds, I don't know, however long you think is enough. But one aspect that The Walking Dead introduces is that the disease is not only contagious by the zombies, but they also are saying that the disease is, airborne. Like, even the ones that are not infected by the zombie, they are already infected because they're around the zombies, or I'm not exactly sure the reasoning why they get infected without a zombie bite just yet, because like I said, I haven't watched season 3 at all. But so far, my thoughts are that it's because they're just around the zombies, or it's just, I don't know, the thoughts, because there's some parts in the show where, especially the last episode of the second season, they introduce, people that were just killed, not by zombies, they just died. They turned into a zombie after the fact that they died. And I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, but it's got to definitely be airborne, and you have to take that into consideration. If that was to happen, then, if you were to die because of something other than a zombie, then you would still be a risk to your group or the survivors with you, which that would really suck. Because, I mean, if some old person, for instance, just died in the middle of the night, even though they're probably already dead because they can't run away, but still, you got to take that into consideration, because that would definitely suck. That would definitely be a bad thing. And in the show, they're also able to hide from the zombies by hiding underneath a body of, like, the dead, like the zombie themselves or a dead person, or covering themselves with, like, the guts of a dead person. I know they did that in one episode, and it was pretty disgusting, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to survive. I think I would definitely do that if my life was on the line. And I just really hope y'all have enjoyed this commentary. I know there's more things that I could talk about, but I'm afraid I'm going to be going on for too long. And I really hope y'all do enjoy this video, or have enjoyed this video. And if you didn't like the commentary so much, I hope you appreciated the gameplay as well. And I'll be sure to try to do more of these if, I just feel something that I really need to talk about, or something interesting, because The Walking Dead, I'm definitely into it right now. And it's probably going to, influence me and get me more involved in Black Ops 2 Zombies for a little bit. So yeah, guys, I really hope y'all like this video, comment about it. Just let me know, which zombie do you think would be the worst one to have? Black Ops 2 zombies or The Walking Dead zombies? Well, anyways, guys, I'll leave y'all with that question to answer, and I will see y'all later. Peace!